My name's Sue Patience and I live at 1 Hope Terrace, which is a continuation of the top of Percy Terrace on the corner with South Street. I've lived here for nearly 31 years now, moved in the 80s.
My name's Bill Grisdale and I've been here 9 years. Interesting place to live. I lived in Alnwick before. I lived in Queen Street.
It was up for sale for £8,000. And we had sitting tenants upstairs. It was in 2 flats at the time, and the downstairs was in a real state. It was had dry rots, and it also had a lot of damp in it. So we consulted with the tenants, who were at the time were Jack and Mabel Byrne, and they were paying £1. I think it was about £1.25 a week rent for the upstairs flat.
You've got people who've been here for a long time in Alnwick, and you've got people who moved in. It's not an easy mix. Percy Terrace isn't like that, you know. There seems to be some sort of feel to it where people just sort of get on straight away.
No central heating here at all, and the only means of heating the house was by some open fires, coal fires, great fireplaces, but it was a bit chilly in here. We were a cash buyer, so we managed to knock them down to 5,000. But this was in 1981, but I think it was still a good bargain. And then we started renovating the house. A lot of work to do on it. Jack and Mabel were brilliant. They'd been in for a couple of decades. So there was a lot of work to do, and we had to move them out at one point because we were really using sort of quite seriously health detrimental to your health chemicals in the house, especially to get rid of the dry rot. So we had the Frere Rent people come in and do an assessment, and I think it went up to about £250 a week. We then lived in it for the first 5 years as 2 flats, and then we had 2 kids, Ellie and Tom, who still love the place. Great house to live in, great house to grow up in, they said. Loved it. Don't want us to move out ever.
When I lived out in Glanton, I used to get the bus in from Glanton. I used to walk up here to school. So I've walked past this place many a time when I was a kid. Gordon Clark, for instance, walks up to his sister's for his Sunday lunch, and he's been walking up that hill to his Sunday lunch for decades, as long as I've known him, and that's like most of my life. And it's, you know, these patterns are very important.
Good street to live in as well. I mean, I don't know everybody. I know everybody to say hello to, probably. But there's been some people here a lot longer than I have, and I know them well. It's taken a good time to feel like part of the fabric up here, but I do feel very much part of it now.